you know what I mean, beef between Steph London and Jada Kingdom. So here you have two bad female dancehall artists fighting over this funky African who does Afrobeat. What does that really do? That really diminish, you know what I mean, the relevance of dancehall and makes Afrobeat the superior genre. You understand? That is what is taking place right here. Two whores fighting over this filthy African really makes dancehall look weak and make Afrobeat look strong. You understand? When we know that Afrobeat was just a plagiarism of dancehall, and now dancehall is giving up its relevance to Afrobeat. You understand? Yo, dancehall has been profitable to the children of Israel, you know what I mean, for decades, you understand? Making the poor of us being able to put food on the table and to come out of the ghetto. And now we are giving our strength over to these filthy Africans, you understand? We should really think about that. That's why we implore our people to get inside of the I.S.U.P.K, come learn your culture, come learn real warfare and learn how to secure what belongs to you, you understand? And with that, like this page, follow us on all social media platforms. This is I.S.U.P.K Jamaica under commanding General Yahanna. Shalom.
Oh.
You don't have a comment? No, what about you? You want to elaborate on that? Because there's some people watching this right now that may feel like they can't say it.
White people are the devil. That's it.
Listen, can white people say the N-word?
Hell no.
You don't have a comment? No, what about you? You want to elaborate on that? Because there's some people watching this right now that may feel like they can't say it.
White people are the devil. That's it.
Y'all school is, they're trying to take away the whole education and knowledge of history. Right. How y'all feel about that?
No, they trying to take away from what we needed.
Right, y'all need to know like what went on, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
We need
y'all
a true story.
need the true story. That's right. That's right. So you feel like that's a good or a bad thing for them trying to take it away?
That's bad.
That's bad. That's bad. Why you say that? Why you?
But I say it because we need to know our knowledge about history and slavery. We need to know our ancestors and our past.
That's a good answer, young man. That's a very good answer. What about you?
I think it's bad because we need to know about who fought for our civil rights and who didn't, and our slavery.
Okay.
Ma fon ti pale avèk peuple la avè pou moun ki de vérité. M'konnen gan pil nan nou ki réalize que l'église pasteur yo c'est menti que yo tap ban nou. Et ça qui arrive souvent c'est que moun qui te l'église qui vient réaliser que pasteur yo ap vive nan menti, que son bon moun hypocrite qui dans l'église. Ça qui arrive souvent c'est que le nous quitter l'église, nous tout quitter la Bible tout. Parce que nous venons associer l'église ensemble avec la Bible. Mais ça, pour nous connaître, c'est que l'église, pas la Bible, ça me dit pas ça. L'on regarde l'église catholique comme nous connaissons le journée aujourd'hui, c'est blanc yo qui ban nous li. Et yo pas de ban nous ni pour yote ka éduquer nous de la Bible. Au contraire, yo te ban nous ni pour yote ka masquer vérité sur la Bible. Parce que l'on rentre dans l'église, ou apprendre qui ça? Ou apprendre que bon Dieu aime tout le monde. Ou apprendre que Jésus son blanc maintenant lié, que Moïse, que monde ça c'était des blancs. Mais l'on regarde dans l'histoire, dans la Bible, et son bail que m'pa comprendre pour monde qui compte nous-mêmes dans I.S.U.P.K qui a dit que nous c'est vrai Israélites, pour dire non c'est blanc maintenant qui Israël, non pas Israël. Tandis que sous c'est un monde qui était intelligent, qui était fait recherche tout bon vrai, ou t'as connaît que peuple Israël son peuple noir que l'ité. Peuple Israël n'a pas de jambes blanc maintenant. OK, peuple Israël son peuple qui passait tout en Afrique, qui était en esclavage en bas égyptien yo. Alors qui j'en pour faire dire que peuple Israël son peuple blanc. Et nous-mêmes qui quittons l'église, nous jetons la Bible parce que nous pas reconnaître que la Bible, c'est histoire nous qui la donne. Parce que nous associons monde qui dans la Bible là, ensemble avec des blancs maintenant, tandis que monde ça yo c'était des hommes noirs que yo étaient. Moïse, journée jodi an t'a considéré comme un haïtien parce que Moïse sorti dans même tribu que nous-mêmes haïtiens nous sorti là-dedans qui c'est tribu Lévi. Jésus-Christ, c'est ton nègre noir que l'était. OK, Paul, c'est ton nègre noir. OK, Pierre, prophète yo, c'était des hommes noirs que yo étaient. La Bible a parlé de histoire nous-mêmes peuple Israël. OK, la Bible c'est pas blanc manayo qui ban nous la Bible. L'on dit blanc manayo ban nous la Bible ou dit blanc manayo pi intelligent par so. Blanc manayo pas ban nous la Bible. Blanc manayo caché vérité sous la Bible. Yo ban nous l'église, yo ban nous religion, mais yo pas ban nous la Bible. La Bible c'est histoire peuple haïtien. Shalom Haïti, shalom Israël.
Book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely. See,
Some people say we got
black, I am black and beautiful was thought way before y'all start saying it in the 70s.
If we get what we deserve.
That's how you know you won that.
We've been built.
Well, they black and
We've
white.
been scarred.
Solomon said, I am black, but comely. Comely is an old Quaker word that means beautiful. So before brothers rock Afro and Dashiki saying, I am black and proud and black and beautiful. King Solomon said, I am black, but comely. And that's one thing that the world ain't take.
Community, and I think it is fucking amazing. Especially doing my homework on you all. The government has you guys deemed as bad because anybody who unites their people is bad. They don't want to see anybody survive in this world. All I see out of you guys and what you do for the community and your communities is phenomenally great. And I just want to applaud you guys for getting out there and doing the work, visiting my city, Harlem, handing out coats to homeless people, going to North Carolina. You guys go everywhere to help out your community. And like I said, I may disagree on the religious aspect. I'm a Christian man. You're a Jewish man. But, it's guys like him that can talk to guys like me. And we're old school. We have that respect for each other. And I love listening. Like Toronto, I came across your live. I sit in the comments. I watches. I listen to you guys. And you guys are just awesome. I love what you do for the community. I love what you guys do for yourselves. You empower each other. You're out there. You're strong in your faith. And we need more men like you. And you guys are have patience beyond belief, because the way you just dealt with that gentleman is amazing. Because me, I would have went nuts on him. I would have lost it mentally and threw him under the bus. But you guys show such patience with people. It's great to see. And it makes me, you even empower me and make me aspire to be a better man in my faith because of the way your patience is with people. So I'm just up here to say you guys are great. And I support you and I back you and tell everybody the truth. And that's the word that's got to get out there, because any people who embrace each other and uplift, they always deem bad the government, and they try and spin a narrative on you all. And I won't let that happen. As a conservative, I defend you guys all the time.
Archaeology discoveries have caused as much excitement as the Tel Dan inscription, writing on a 9th century BC stone slab that furnished the first historical evidence of King David from the Bible. The Tel Dan inscription, or House of David inscription, was discovered in 1993 at the site of Tel Dan in northern Israel in an excavation directed by Israeli archaeologist Avraham Biran. Findings such as this not only prove that the men in the scriptures are real, but it proves that the God of the Bible exists. The scriptures say in Revelation that the earth helped the woman.
The black people are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of.
No, of course. I'm Nubian. My name is Karanya de Gracias. I'm from East Africa. I'm Nubian. Yeah. My ancestors are Egypt, Kemet. Yes, we're the ones that brought the Jews down, of course.
What did he say?
Jews, so look at me, right? This is how the Jews look. Yeah, this is the real. I'm a desert black. I'm Persian. Yeah, I'm Nubian. Like Obama. Right. Obama is one of us. But this is how Jews look like. Arabs and Jews, they're dark. Yeah, they're very dark skinned. Yeah.
So the black people.
The new ones are not white. Yeah.
So the black people over here in America are the Jews. All right.
Man, tell them who you are, man. Tell them who you are.
Trooper GEN.YAHANNA.
Trooper GEN.YAHANNA, man. You understand? And the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. How old are you, man?
I'm 15.
How did you hear about the truth? How did you hear about the I.S.U.P.K?
Okay, so I was at my auntie's crib. This about like 2020. And Officer Kashab in Chattanooga.
America done taught you to be disobedient. America done taught you to hate the word of God.
He sent me Commander GEN.YAHANNA Black Watch.
And that's what's beautiful about Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew Israelites ain't going to jail, man. We ain't going to jail. We coming out of the jail.
That's right, sir.
And preventing other brothers from going into the jail.
And he just sent the video. He didn't tell me nothing. I just watched it. Right. And when I clicked the video, Commander GEN.YAHANNA was going in about the pastors, about TD Jakes.
I have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming? And
careful dollar and stuff like that. So I was playing out loud so like my peoples could hear it, like what he's saying about the pastors and stuff. Right. And then ever since then, I just been watching, join the school.
Man, that's amazing, man. At 15, man. Did you join at 15 or did you hear about it before then?
I heard about it when I was 12. I joined, got my name when I was 15. Come.
Were you watching videos at 12 years old?
Yeah, come. I was watching for like 4 years. 12 to 15, yeah, come. It's been about like four years now, though. But yeah.
4 years since 12 years old?
Yeah, come. Well, I'm not 16 yet, but since like I've been watching since it's been 2020, 2024 now. So yeah, it's been 4 years.
What do your parents think about this, man?
And my parents, she don't really say nothing about it, but like she know I be going to school, watching classes and stuff, but she don't really say nothing about the school. So yeah, it's Tawab now, but at first she was tripping about it, but now she Tawab on it now.
What about your friends? What your friends say to you when you tell them that you're in the I.S.U.P.K?
Oh, they think I'm weird. They think I'm a weirdo. Say, how you gonna celebrate your birthday? How you gonna celebrate Christmas? What else? Don't get nobody nothing on Valentine's Day and stuff. They think I'm weird about it. I don't really care though, cause something Most High said, so I ain't tripping about it.
Man, Most High in Christ, man, that's hardcore, man. 15 years old, man. Listen, man, if you 15, if you 12 years old, and you watching this video, man, and you a young man like this brother, man, this is a soldier right here. Listen, the best thing you can do is get into the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man, and learn this truth, man. Learn who you are. Learn your culture. Learn your heritage, man. You understand? A trooper. He went from a young man to a trooper, man, in less than 4 years, man. Man, that's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. Good shit, man.
You kind of in charge, sort of? Yeah, I'm the same one from last time. Yeah.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yahanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every
many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Wrap it up. Most High in Christ. Let's get it on, knock him. We here, man. We on Command and General Yahanna's show. He'll be here shortly. We're getting it on tonight, answering all of your questions, solving all of your problems. We're here with General Mayat. Give him a hand. Officer Yediah, Officer Yaramak, Yediah Morale, Ibad, Mathumya, and the sister getting it on in here tonight. We're going to do all the stories of today, give you the breakdowns on the things happening in your news, happening on your phone and in your life and in your bedroom right now today. Officer Yediah has the stories. I'll get a question from Officer Yaramak about parenting. I'll get that question in 1 second. For now, we'll begin with Officer Yediah. You're up. Before you go into that, we need that video of TD Jakes. We were talking to General Mayak before the show came on today, about that TD Jakes. Some brother sent me the full video, Mayak, of the TD Jakes swallowing video, and it was worse than that clip. And I don't know how this escaped me. I did not even notice that he was wearing purple in that video, Mayak. That's how synonymous the LGBT community is with purple and swallowing. I didn't even notice that he had purple on. The only reason I'm bringing this up is to speak about the IUIC. That's a fake Israelite group who specializes in swallowing. Every day is swallowing day in the IUIC. They specialize in swallowing. TD Jakes, of course, is on here wearing purple, wearing a purple gown, speaking about swallowing. Play the video the brothers sent me of the whole thing. Check this out, Maya.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side.
My brother beginning.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side. I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you were at your wit's end?
And I just saw just now in this video. But if you could understand this, this is a good lesson for all of you camp leaders out there in the UPK. If you're a camp leader in the UPK, if you're an officer, a captain, a general in the UPK, this is important to see. Mayaka, have you ever seen, you've encountered someone from child services before, right? Or you might meet someone that works for child services, or you might have a child that's in school. And when the child goes to school, they draw a picture. And based on the picture, the person from child services will say, your child has a problem. Your child is depressed because they might draw people who are dead. They might draw someone getting stabbed. They might draw someone scared. And so, but to get them to draw the picture, all the teacher or the psychological professional will say is, draw me a picture. They'll just hand the child paper and crayons, knowing that whatever is in that child is going to come out when they create something. And this is something that most people don't know. But if you work in the mental health profession, if you hand a child paper and crayons, you want to know what's in the child, you want to know who the child is, hand them paper and crayons. That child is going to draw a dead person, a person with blood on them, a person who's being hurt, And you'll look at that picture and now you'll go, we have to call someone about this child because look at what they drew. When you create a thing, it is almost impossible to hide who you are when you create something. If you make a camp, that camp is going to be like you. You're going to put that thing that's in you in the camp. Why is the IUIC so LGBT? Because Nate is an LGBT man. Bishop Nate, he went to make an Israelite school. He did not intend for his Yediah. He did not intend for his homosexuality to come out in that group out. He didn't mean for that to happen. But like a child drawing a picture, if he creates an Israelite group, it's going to be gay. He cannot stop it. It's like handing a child paper and crayon. He went and made a group. He made them all wear purple. He turned them all, he gave them all affinity to gayness because he cannot stop it. And that's what child psychiatrists know. Let them create something. They'll show you who they are. Give them paper and crayon. They're going to show you who they are. TD Jakes just now, brother. What's in him is that he wants to tell you he's gay. He wants to say it. He's tired of hiding it. It's hurting him. It's a vexation. He sees white people being able to be empowered. White people are empowered right now with their sexual freedom to say they're gay. He wants to be empowered, but he's fighting it. And so he says, we have to come out the closet. We have to just say it. And then there's a pause where he goes, you have to say, you have to say. That is the struggle. He's struggling because he wants to talk about swallowing, but he knows he should not say it. He knows it's a mistake. He knows it's his inner gay man fighting to express himself like a child who draws a picture, and then he gives over to it. Play it one more time. Now, just think about what I just told you, and now watch it again. Go ahead.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, I would have been, I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was?
I would have been. They're gonna know you gay, TD. I would have been. Don't say it, TD. I got to say it. Swallowed. Yeah.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Listen, brother. This is my business, Mayak. I know my business. He can't help it. It's like giving a child a piece of paper. That child doesn't intend to tell you that they want to commit suicide. They're not planning on revealing their suicidal thoughts. But brother, if you give them paper and crayon, they're going to say it. They cannot help it. You cannot help but to create a thing and put you in it if you create it. And whatever you make is going to be just like you. Watch your children. You're going to see you and your kids. You're going to see who you are. Even sometimes the part about yourself you don't like. You'll see that too. You'll see your child doing something that you hate because it reminds you of you. Just like a child with paper and crayon. Everybody understands. All right, go ahead, Yediah. What do you have?
U.S. military recruitment slump. White enlistment dropped sharply, raising concerns.
Mayak, this is all over the news right now. Them talking about the peril that the United States military is in because white men just don't want to be Marines anymore. They don't want to join the Navy and the Army anymore. They say the same thing about the police force, Mayak. Have you heard that? That the police force is just dwindling in number because ever since the protests about George Floyd, they just can't find white men that are willing to be cops anymore. And you know who's at the fault? You're at the fault, Mayak, because you did not let them strangle a black man on camera and shut your mouth about it and keep quiet about it. So white men just abandon the profession because they are so They are so disillusioned and worn out because of the police protest over George Floyd. They say this about the military, Esau's military, and they say this about every police force in the country. Keep going, please.
Colonel Wakan, sir. The Army's recruitment of white soldiers dropped by almost half in the last 5 years, coinciding with efforts to increase diversity.
You hear that? That's in the story, Maya. The decline in the people that want to join the Army coincides with the Army trying to get more blacks and Hispanics in the Army. Meaning, if you try to get more black people in the Army, white people are not going to join the Army anymore. It's your fault that the Army is not meeting its quota of new enlists. It's your fault. Because since they had to show black people that you're a human being, that they value, and that they want to have a job, white people don't want to do the job anymore. So I think the fix is right in the story, isn't it, Maya? I think it's easy to fix. Stop caring about black people, and then white people will join Esau's military. Okay. Start to belittle black people. Start to force them to be disenfranchised and subjugated to jobs that they don't want, and then white people will join the military. Okay. I think the solution is clear.
Right. Same with the police, like you brought up.
Please, man.
You know, if you want white men to stay in the police force, you got to let them strangle and put their knee on the necks of black people.
That's it. Listen, you're going to find 10 studies that will say that because of the police protest over George Floyd, there's been a stark decline in police. People don't want to join the police force. White men refuse to join the police force. Okay, then. So then let me ask you a question. The police academies of the future. How many black people do I have to let you kill so that you'll become a cop? Tell me. Give me the number. I'll just turn my head while you strangle 200. If I don't look, if I say thank you for your service after you killed my uncle, then will you become a cop and try to keep the streets safe and try to make sure that my mother doesn't get carjacked? What do I have to do? How much abuse do I have to take from a cop so that white men will become cops? I think someone should ask that question, since clearly it's black people's fault that no white man wants to join the military and that no white man wants to be a cop. Tell us what we have to do so that you'll become cops. Yaramaya. Yaramak, Salaki.
This is
Please.
crazy because
Yaramak came down from North Carolina. Mayak, give him a hand. He's getting it on.
It is crazy, and if I could, it is crazy because in all the war movies I've ever seen, I've never seen a warrior complain about how rough battle was.
Ain't that something?
I've never seen a warrior complain about how bloody the battlefield was. But yet in the lands of America, I see police officers every day complain about how you niggas behave, about how he had to deal with niggas, had to deal with Mexicans, had to deal with Native American Indians. But yet when they stormed Troy, when the Athenians stormed Troy, they didn't complain about how hard it was to take over Troy. They just did it. But yet when it comes to policing us, it's so terrible. Yeah. And I just had to bring that out. Because
give him a hand, because that's what he said is the truth, Maya. Okay. I mean, listen, like when it came down to getting shot in 9/11, when Saddam Hussein was flying planes into the buildings, recruitment was high. The police were recruiting. The military was recruiting when they had to go to Iraq and lose their legs and their scrotum. People were going on the Joe Rogan show, brother. I watched them with no penis. Did you hear that, yo? The brother said, ooh, God damn, that's the truth. Huh? No penis at all. I wish I could find this video. Someone should look for it. The cat is, please get that. The cat got no penis, no scrotum, nothing. He's smooth down there, Maya. For his country. Recruitment stayed high. So you telling me the one thing that will stop you from joining the military is a black person being in the military? Whoa. I mean, my God, that's hardcore, rock. You shall be hated of all nations. That's what the Bible says about us. Even this is proof that blacks and Latinos are the children of God. That you're the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel because you are the nation not desired.
Right, and like you bring it out, you hit the nail on the head, because that type of hatred for us is biblical. You know what I mean? There's no other explanation, nothing physical that we've done, nothing going on that will make them hate us so much unless it's spiritual. You know,
it's just spiritual. Once again, this is the worst side effect of 400 years of slavery in America is that white people believe they're better than you. And it holds over, man. It's been around for so long. And so they can't join the military if you're their sergeant. They can't have that. They just can't do that. You know, they would rather lose their scrotum, Mayak, and their penis in Afghanistan than have you be their sergeant over them in the military. The brother will find a video about the man. It was a ton of them out. They got, you know, the modern medicine is so advanced now, brother. They keep you alive with no penis out. That thing, all your legs, your whole lower half blow off. You're going to come over here to America and go on Joe Rogan, and your people will still see you and still sign up for the military. But if Jerome is their sergeant, they're quitting the military. They're done with that.
Like even the cat with no scrotum, no legs, he come on for my country. I love it. And when black people join, he'd be like, I'm done with that.
You know what? That's too far.
Now you're going too far.
God damn.
That's ridiculous.
I can't even make sense of it. I'm trying, but I can't make sense of it. You're dying. You have something else. Okay, no sweat. Someone else. Give me the next story while he's doing that. You can do it, Mariah. Anybody else? Go ahead. You have a story, or you want him to do it? Or you got whoever has it. Just somebody say it. Go ahead and say the story if you see where it is. Go ahead. Now I'm done with that one. Give me the next one. Go ahead.
Haley says U.S. has never been a racist country.
Hey, I forgot about that, Maya. I forget her first name. Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, she's the former governor of South Carolina, right? South Carolina, who I think until about 4 years ago had the Confederate flag flying over the State House. I think 4 years ago, I think they took that down. So since 1963, up until about 4 years ago, the Confederate flag flew over the State House in South Carolina. And to put that in perspective to you, let me try to make you understand it. Imagine after World War II flying the Japanese flag over Hawaii after Pearl Harbor. That would be an insane thought, right? Because, of course, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, killed all of those people. At the end of the war, no one would fly a Japanese flag over Hawaii. Well, there was a civil war, Mayak, and the Confederacy killed hundreds of thousands of United States soldiers. And in 1963, they put the flag up of a foreign enemy over the State House in South Carolina, brother. That's how racist America is. But this same woman said that America has never been racist. There's never, while you were in chains, America was not racist. While you were being beat to death, America was not racist. Oh my God, it's a law I researched this week. Oh, it makes such a point. It's a law in slavery. It's about accidental death. It's some law. I want to say it's called the accidental death law. Someone could look this up for me, right? There was a law during the time of slavery. Okay, many people don't know this, but it was unlawful to kill a black person in slavery, much like it's unlawful to kill a cat today. You understand? You can buy a cat. You can own a cat, but you can't just kill a cat in your house. You can buy a dog, but it's considered animal cruelty if you kill a dog. You'll get arrested today if you kill your dog. Well, during the time of slavery, there were also laws that prohibited you from killing your slave. Everybody gets me, right? You got something? Please, go ahead.
There was a lot of laws that took place after the death of Nat, or unaliving of Nat Turner. Mm-hmm. Nat Turner was a rebellion who was a slave. And after his rebellion against the slave plantation owners, they started enacting laws that said, okay, you have to be a little bit more nicer to your slaves. Yeah. Otherwise, these type of actions are going to take place so that they can control the slaves.
That's correct. So they had law also get dire. Well, I still can't say wrong words Because how can we put them on TikTok afterwards, you die? Come on, get me right. Don't be nice to me, man. Get me in order with this TikTok. I ain't gonna never get right if I ain't forced. Okay, force me to say what's right. No more bad words, y'all. Everybody understands, right? So you were not allowed to unalive your slaves. And then they passed a law simultaneously that was about accidental death of a slave. They passed this law specifically for white women. It's specifically for them. Why? Because here's the law. The law states if you are beating a slave to simply correct them, and by accident they die, then you cannot be charged with a crime. And they sculpted this law in specific for the white women that were unaliving black girls who worked in the kitchen with them. They didn't consider it murder if it was accidental. If they were unalive in the process of you beating them. And it was a law sculpted for white women. It's in the legislation. Because of course they get so emotional and they didn't mean to kill the girl. Also, it was a famous story at that time. I can't even really talk about it, but it was a story about this girl. Okay, it was a bad thing, all right? But it was this girl got unalived by this white woman who put this head under a rocking chair. She put her head under the rocking chair. It was a terrible story, and she was not convicted because it was by mistake, because she did this to her to correct her, to teach her not to steal a biscuit because she allegedly stole a biscuit. If you can find that law and read it, that would be good. All right, Yarmak, you can get at a shot. What do you have now, you die? This is a story about the United States military can't find white men that want to sign up now because black people are being solicited to join our oppressors' military. Go ahead.
I need legs below my knees for those that can't. Well, you can't see my legs on the video anyway, and I don't have my testicles either. So that's a different set of challenges. But I don't care about getting taken care of other than the normal army processes, but I want them to get taken care of from the foundation. So I'm grateful to have these guys as friends now. They're awesome. They're amazing musicians, but amazing people. And then I'm grateful to be here and just to push that out. So people that are coming to the shows, all that money goes to the foundation, and then people can go on the foundation's website, which is Special Forces Foundation. I need legs below my knees for those that can't.
Rogan. Let me see.
Well, you can't see my legs on the video anyway, and I don't have my testicles either. So that's a different set of challenges. But I don't care about getting taken care of other than the normal army processes, but I want them to foundation.org. And yeah, I appreciate it.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
really cool. That's really cool that you're doing this. And thank you for coming here and telling everybody.
This man went on Joe Rogan now, got no testicles, none. Enrollment goes up. It goes up. They get inspired by him to join our oppressor's military. But the minute an oppressor sees a black sergeant come over to him, he's quitting our oppressor's military. Listen, just tell me what we have to do. I would like someone to just let us know. What if we let you just unalive 300 unarmed black men a year? Then would you defend the country? What if we let you just strangle 200 of us a year? Then would you become a police officer and police America? What has to happen? What do you need to be able to do your job? Tell us what we have to do. Tell us how many of our children we have to lose. Let's negotiate it at least. And then maybe we'll both find out something about ourselves. Maybe you'll find out that if you don't have free reign to abuse blacks and Latinos, you don't even love your country. You don't love your country unless you can abuse black people. You do not love America unless you can abuse Latinos. You might find out that the only reason you even loved America is because America gave you the validation and the right to abuse blacks and Hispanics. Maybe that's it. Maybe that really was your whole patriotism all along. Maybe really your patriotism was just your belief that America gave you the right to hurt blacks and Latinos. And all this time we thought you loved America. Come to find out, you just love hurting black people. You just love hurting Hispanics. And then maybe black people will find out that we won't let you harm one child, not one, that we're not willing to lose one of our sons to get you to be a police officer, to get you to be a cop. Maybe we'll find out something about each other that we don't know. Anything else? What do you have? Go ahead.
General Q sent a push bullet of TD Jakes. I believe he lost some members after he said that. That's swallowing.
Oh, people don't like to get swallowed up like that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what General Q give General Kabbalah Mother hand.
Wakanda, sir.
Let me see what TD Jakes. It's an amazing thing.
Oh, Slog, it might not have sound to it.
So I'm assuming I'm going to see an empty church or something like that.
Wakanda.
Oh, this is the church. Oh, that's like an empty basketball stadium right there, Mayak. So people are saying, Mayak, that TD Jakes' church, he's losing numbers because come to find out, TD Jakes is a LGBT person. Who knew? I know who knew. Commander General Yohanna knew.
He sure knew.
Right?
Definitely.
People found out this week, Mayak, that TD Jakes was an effeminate. How about that? You good? People found out this week that TD Jakes was effeminate. I have learned my entire time in the school that TD Jakes was an effeminate. I have never been in the UPK, and I have not known that TD Jakes was an effeminate. Come to find out, now the people who see him every day found out something from the internet. That is the mind-blowing thing about you Christians. Are you telling me that TD Jakes' congregation, who go to church with him, Mayak, they were there when he said swallow. They were in there and they kept going after he said swallow. But now the video comes out on the internet and you stop going to church? You have to explain that to me. Someone out there who was a TD Jakes church member, it's like a million of you. Tell me, why would you stop going to his church now when you were there the day he said swallow?
And the video where he talked about Adam and Eve, like so something to the effect the Lord made Adam and Eve. But he said, I'm not saying you can't have a little fun. Like talking about, like he didn't make Adam and Steve. Yeah. But then came back and said, I'm not saying y'all can't have fun, because I guess in his mind, his swallowing, that's his fun part of life.
For fun.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When he come here, he professional. I can't explain the mindset.
The IUIC believes the same thing. A wife is for dignity.
Good.
I have one
professionalism. Good.
I'm professional. This is my wife. We both in purple. We had a ceremony. We signed a contract. We wear rings, which means I'm an honorable, upstanding man. I'm married now. Just like the color purple. That's a quote from the color purple, man. We's married now. We's married now. That's the IUIC. Now you feel all dignified. And that's what a wife is for. A wife is for going to Shabbat service. You bring your wife to the Shabbat, to the new moon celebration. That's where you bring your wife to. But those children, those boys, they for fun, Maya. Them boys that they meet out there on that online. Them boys, when they go to Ghana, all of them young African boys, that's for fun in the IUIC, and it's for fun in TD Jakes' church. Yediah.
If I may, sir, what you bringing out is so heavy, man. I remember, I think it was a week ago, Officer Yarmark, when you was on Twitter and you was making them mad, and they was talking about the Christians was out there, talking about how wrong Lil Nas X was and all the acts he was doing with him putting himself on the cross and being lifted up. Y'all Mock went on there and stirred up a whole stir and was like, well, that's like the pot calling the kettle black, because y'all do the same thing. How you think he got the way that he got?
Come on. That's an excellent answer. Give him a hand, because that's correct. And I just want someone to tell me, why would you leave TD Jakes' church now? Because something came on the internet that you were in the room for when it happened. You were there. Why did you leave now? Because everyone else found out? You always knew. You were in the church when he said it. I don't know. If someone could just break it down for me, I'd appreciate it. That's all. No big deal. I'm just asking to understand the thing a little closer. That's all. You die. What else do you have?
Netanyahu draws red line for ending war in Gaza.
Break it down.
Khan. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reportedly informed the White House that he opposes a post-war Palestinian state.
Who said that?
Benjamin Netanyahu.
He opposes a post-war Palestinian state. Now that's a ridiculous statement because that has always been the stance of America, a two-state solution. That's what they call it, Mayak. Yeah. America has been saying, I think this has been since the 70s, that the solution to ending the Palestinian and Israeli problem is to give the Palestinians their own country and to let the Israelis have their own country. But the problem is the Israelis constantly come and take land from the part that's supposed to be the Palestinians' country on the West Bank. They constantly come and send 250,000 settlers into land that was supposed to be part of Palestine's part of that country. And so because of it, it creates all kinds of problems. And that is exactly who the Palestinians went and unalived and kidnapped. Those settlers who are on the part that's supposed to be their land, but the Israelis are saying they're taking that land, which is why there's so much conflict, because the Palestinians believe they're right, because they believe that this land was supposed to be theirs in the two-state solution. But these Israeli settlers who come from where? Brooklyn. That's where they come from. They come from Brooklyn. They come from Chicago. They come from Los Angeles. They go get Israeli citizenship, and they move right into land designated for the Palestinians. It's exactly what America did to the so-called North American Indian. It was Gadite land, land of the 12 tribes of Israel, and they go bring 200,000 white people from New York, from Boston, and they move into land that was set aside for the so-called North American Indians. The Israelis learned oppression from America.
God.
And so they're doing that exact same thing right now. Well, Benjamin Netanyahu is the prime minister of Israel. He's saying he's not going to give them their own country. That's over. They're not going to get their own country. That's that. He's against the two-state solution, which has been America's foundation of what should happen in the Middle East since the 1970s. Go ahead.
Next story.
I'll read a little more about it.
Oh, okay. Khan. On October 7th, the Palestinian militia group Hamas carried out a surprise attack on the south of Israel, unaliving roughly 1,200 people and taking hostage the subsequently.
That's the thing. I just broke that down basically just now. That's why the thing happened, because the Palestinians believe that was their land because it was designated to them, but the Israelis just do what the Americans do, and they went to take their land. So now they're fighting each other, and that's that. Since the beginning of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, 25,000 Palestinians have been unalived, the majority of them women and children. That's a direct quote from the national news. 25 from the Associated Press, 25,000 of them, the majority women and children. That's a terrible thing. Unless you know history, then that number is pretty small because, of course, 77,000 so-called North American Indians were unalived.
Million.
I'm sorry, Maya. 77 million so-called North American Indians were unalived for America to do the exact same thing to them that the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians. Yeah. The conflict over there can seem terrible unless you believe in math, right? If you believe in math, this conflict is not a big deal. If you don't believe in math, then this is the biggest thing that ever happened. Hold your point 1 second. But if you just believe in math, then of course 25,000 is a lot smaller than 77,000. That's say again? Goddamn, 77 million. If you believe in math, then this is not such a big deal, right? Either you don't believe in math or you don't care about the Indians the way you care about the Palestinians. But if you're not racist and if you're fair and if you believe in math, what happened to blacks and Latinos, what happened to North American Indians is, of course, far, far worse. Yarama. Go ahead.
So with the Palestinian war against Israel,
who
should we choose? Should black people choose to stand with
I got you.
should black people choose to stand with the Israelis, or should we choose to stand with the Palestinians?
Well, that's a good question, and that's a question that, of course, people are being asked every day. If you don't mind, I'll give you a few precepts that might crystallize the what blacks and Latinos should do. In the book of Revelations, John saw the gates of the temple, and inside the temple were the children of God, and all outside were dogs. That's in the New Testament. All outside of that gate, all outside the temple were dogs. In the book of Gideon, the Most High sent Gideon to go fight his enemies. The Most High told Gideon he had too many people with him. He told him to send back the men who did not have their minds set on the battle. He gave them a test with drinking water to see which men had their minds set on the battle. The men who were not ready, he sent them back home. Why? So that God could get the glory and that numbers of men could not get the glory. When they got to the battle, there were nations who had come together to destroy the nation of Israel. By the time those few men got to the battle, those nations were fighting each other. That's what happened. Whose side should blacks and Latinos be on in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict? We should be on the side of the Most High God. And we should watch our God destroy all our enemies. Just like Gideon did.
That's right. That's right.
We're in this house, Maya.
That's right.
And all outside are dogs.
All
of them. All of them. The Lord said he'd take the abundance of them and count them as spittle upon the ground. Yea, all of them are as one drop out of a bucket. You have to decide, are you going to be on the Most High side or on the side of everyone else? What does the book of Acts say? The Lord God said that Pilate, the leaders of Israel, the other nations, all of them were confederate against our king. All of them. Our enemies aren't just one race of people. We have enemies of our own people that will choose the Israelis over us, that will choose the Palestinians over their own blood. All of them are confederate and came up against the Lord our King. All of them. In the nation of Israel, brother, especially in the Israelite school of UPK, everyone else is a dog. That's the best way I can help you with that understanding. All right. Go ahead.
Wakan, sir. We had a question online.
Please.
Jim Bean said, why don't we police ourselves?
Why don't we police ourselves? Jim Bean, that's a good idea. Jim Bean, that's an idea Commander General Yahanna had about 1969. Give Commander General Yahanna a hand. Jim Bean, about the Israelite school of UPK, we police ourselves, warrior. Precept. Oh, it's in the New Testament, Akim. Jim Bean, it's in the New Testament. All right. We are a law unto ourselves. See, we're doing the things in here, Jim Bean, that you've waited for black people to do your entire life. So many black people are sitting at home saying, boy, when the revolution starts, that's when I'll get myself together. Boy, when are black people going to come together? Boy, when are we going to get ourselves right? Why can't we police ourselves? We are policing ourselves. You're just not part of it, Jim Bean. That's all. You're just not on the force with us. That's all. We're doing it without you, Jim Bean. But we're doing it. You're just not part of it. Let me give you the precept. Go ahead, Al. You know the precept I want, right? Is that why you had your hand up, Marab? Oh, please, come on.
If I may, sir, what's so heavy is the brother just commented. He said, I kind of feel like that's a white issue if they don't want to work with us. But what about us stepping out for us? And you just pretty much touched on it about you got to get in the I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah, I mean, and the good thing is, Jim Bean, even if you never come into the UPK and help us police blacks and Latinos, we'll just do it without you. So really, it's good news for all of us, right? You don't have to join because we don't need you. We'll police this nation without Jim Bean. We'll do it. And if you decide to join, then of course you'll get the benefit and the honor of believing in something more than yourself. But there takes a special kind of man to do that, Mayak. Oh, somebody rare. Read the precept I asked for if anyone has it.
God of Khan, sir. Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law.
You see, we're the Gentiles here in America, in Mexico, in Jamaica, Trinidad, the UK, which have not the law, meaning we don't have cops. The people who are cops don't want to police our neighborhoods. They don't want to help us. They do want to abuse us, but they don't want to do our job. We don't have the law in the barrios and in the ghettos of America, on the reservations. The Bible says when those Gentiles, which have not the law, which have not law keepers, which have not people that will police them. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Do by nature the
do
thing.
By what?
Do by nature.
Do by what?
Do by nature.
When they do by nature, that's the Most High God telling you who they actually are. You see, we're called Gentiles. We're called Mexicans and Haitians and Negroes now. But our nature is of the law because we're the people of the law. We're the Israelites in the Bible, and we will do naturally. Keep going.
Khan, the things contained in the law.
Oh, we'll do that by nature, Maya. We'll do that naturally. We'll do by nature the things that are contained in the law. We will not sell drugs. We will not become child abusers the way your preachers became child abusers, the way Puff Diddy became child abusers. We will not assault women in a which way you die? We will not abuse women in that way that you like to abuse them in the Christian church. We won't do that. We'll do by nature the things contained in the law. Go ahead.
Khan. These having not the law.
Even though we don't have cops, we don't have a military from our oppressor, we don't have the law. Keep going.
Khan. Are a law unto themselves.
Or a what?
A law unto themselves.
Or a what?
A law unto themselves.
That's what we've done in here, Rob. We're a law unto ourselves. We don't need cops to police our schools. We'll handle it. We're surely equipped to do it, Mayak. I know you understand what I mean. Oh, we are equipped to police our schools. We absolutely can defend ourselves. I pray you understand. We absolutely can do it. All right? And we'll do it without Jim Beam, or we'll do it with Jim Beam, whatever Jim Beam would like. All right? Anything else? Marah.
It's like it, sir. Jim Beam said, I respect that 100.
I respect you too, Jim Beam. Well said. All right, give him a hand. All right, go ahead. Marah.
Also, we got Officer Yatazar on the line.
Give Yatazar a hand. Yeah, you want to say something?
Also, we got Officer Yatazar on
the thumb. This is Officer Yatazar, is commanding GEN.YAHANNA's officer over the island of Haiti. He wanted to come in and say something, Maya. You got it.
Shalom, I don't want y'all about Shem Yahusha Brakatah.
Y'all about Shem Yahusha Brakatah. What's going on, warrior?
I'm solid, sir. Solid, I don't want yourself.
I'm outstanding, warrior. Did you want to say something?
Khan, sir. There's an article that Marah has sent to me. If you can present that article, I do want to touch on it briefly, sir.
Okay, Marah, did you want to go here now or wait? Go ahead, please. Break it down. There's a story that Marah pulled at the beginning of the show, and he brought Levi on to comment on the story. All right, Maya? Go ahead. Whoever has the story, read it.
Gangs in Haiti have attacked a community for 4 days, and residents fear the violence could spread.
So Yatazar, explain this to me. So this is about the gang problem in Haiti. Yatazar is always telling me about the terrible situation with the decline of the Haitian government and how basically it's become a place run by criminals now, or at least overtly criminal people now. And it's a terrible chaos over there in Haiti. Did you want to break this story down, Levi?
Sir. This is something that has been going on, for years in Haiti. It escalated after the unaliving of the president, Jovenel Moise, in July 2021. So since his unaliving, it has escalated to the 10th power, sir. As you know, and many people who follow the I.S.U.P.K, commending General Yahanna, we actually fed some people in the past that had fled their neighborhood because they had shut up. Some people had fled.
I'm sorry, Levi, you got it.
Kanadawakan, sir. And as I was saying, some people who follow us, they know that we actually fed. Commanding General Yahanna has sent food. We had our sister in Haiti, and a brother who helped us. She cooked food, and we fed a community of people who fled their neighborhood in the past, and they went to outside of a park, and that's where they slept because gang have taken over their neighborhood. Well, this is a similar.
That's the video of the brothers that Commanding General Yahanna and yourself fed down there, correct?
Kanadawakan, sir.
Hardcore, most I'm crazy.
So now this is a similar situation. This is a similar situation, just like those people that fled and went to that park, and the I.S.U.P.K went and we fed them in this neighborhood called Nazon. So we have a gang that goes inside of the neighborhood, and typically what they will do is they will start burning down some houses, and then they will take over that area, and then the people will just flee and find somewhere else to go. So this has been going on for the past 3 days, and the saddening thing about it, Adewanyam, is that the government of Haiti is not doing anything. There's no police force, there's no SWAT force that is coming to say, you know what, let's address this gang situation. And it seems to the people that the police and the gang at some time it could feel like it's the same because nobody's there to address that problem.
It's a terrible thing that's happening in Haiti to our brothers, the chosen people of God, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Moses, the tribe of Aaron in the Bible. It's a terrible thing, but I'll give you the short answer of what's happening in Haiti. Haiti is going through the gentrification process. That's all. What you're seeing right now, and I know you know already, Levi, Haiti is a beautiful country, beautiful beaches, beautiful climate, you know, such a temperate place to live in. And there are people with so much money that thought that the Haitians were wasting a beautiful land.
Yeah.
And now they're doing what you have to do to gentrify a country. Commanding General Yahanna knows it well from St. Thomas and the Benjamite countries, where the same thing happens.
Puerto Rico, they said some beaches you can't go on the beach.
You cannot go on beaches in Puerto Rico.
Even
Mexico.
even though you're from Puerto Rico.
Of course, you can't
Jamaica
go to the
too.
Jamaica too.
Probably other Caribbean islands too. You can't go on your own beach. You live on an island. It's crazy.
And this is the process. The process is first, the government allows and promotes crime in that area.
Yep.
And they bolster it so that crime gets so terrible that when they come with the solution, no one will complain. No one. It happened in Harlem. Harlem was a place, you know. There's a video I used to watch with Elijah Muhammad thanking Malcolm X, saying he is the most brave man in the Nation of Islam because he goes to Harlem. That's what Elijah Muhammad said. Going to Harlem was risk your life. And you know about the muggings. It was just, you know, being mugged was part of being a New Yorker.
Yeah.
It was just, oh, I'm in New York. So of course I get mugged. It's a regular occurrence.
Gold chain, steal, snatches.
Snatch your gold chain. So then when they come in with the police who strangle you to until you're unalive, no one complained. Giuliani had the highest rating ever seen in New York because they let it get so terrible that when the solution is cruelty, people will thank you for it.
Yep.
Well, wait until the gang see what's coming to Haiti. Ooh, yeesh. There's going to be some terrible some UN people from Africa or something, some type of monster they let loose on them Haitians. And no one will care.
No one will care.
No one will care.
Yeah.
So I know you know already, Levi. You told this to me. So I need to say something.
If I may, sir, there's a judge in Kenya that is supposed to rule over the 1,000 police force that's supposed to go to Haiti. That ruling is going to happen on the 26th of this month.
Brother, I'd rather be ruled by a hyena. Some judge from Kenya is going to go over there to that country.
Oh, this is it.
And do terrible things for people no one cares about now because they're so violent and they're criminals. Guess what, Mexico? You're next.
Yeah.
Oh, the cartels in Mexico, this horrible place. Woo, what's coming to Mexico, brother? It'll make you cry.
Yep.
It'll make you cry. And then afterwards, beautiful beaches, sandy resorts, Club Med and what's them old resorts they go to? I forget the name. Sandals resorts. Beautiful, beautiful beaches are coming to Haiti. You understand, Levi?
Con. And if I may say one last thing out of one. Now, it gotten so terrible, or they painting it as being so terrible. Over the weekend, 6 nuns were kidnapped from a bus in Haiti. And what caught my attention out of one is that the Pope Francis, said something about it. I sent the article to Mara. I can't find exactly the quote, but basically what he said is that he's hoping that, there could be something done in that country to bring back peace to these devastating people. This came from Pope Francis recently. This is the last news that came over the weekend about the situation going on in Haiti.
So you telling me the gangs down there hurt 6 innocent nuns? Oh, there's a terrible thing coming to Haiti, brother. That story in the newspaper is like a plot to unalive someone. Like that, it's so cliche. Right? What happened? They unalived 6 nuns feeding orphans. It was orphans on the bus too, Maya. Orphans and nuns. There is something coming to Haiti that's going to cleanse the place, Ak. It's going to make it clean, and it's a terrible thing. And there's only one way out of it, brother, and that's to come in the Israelite school of UPK.
That's right.
You're going to have to repent. You're going to have to seek a supernatural God to come up against the enemy that is taking over Haiti. It's happened time and time and time again, right? You ever go to Yellowstone Park? That's a sanctuary for wolves and buffalo. There were people that used to live there. That's the land of a people. Now it's where coyotes are safe. And the gray wolf can finally be free to habitat the land and to make it a beautiful place.
Right.
It's a wonderful area now for vacations. So also, Jim Angelina, Levi went out and got me. I wanted to understand the suffering of the people of Haiti. He went out and got me the dirt cookies. Alex, you know what I'm talking about, sir.
Oh,
there are these cookies that these Haitians eat that are made of dirt.
That's right.
He has them down there in headquarters. The snow stopped me from getting back home. I'll be down there to eat a dirt cookie this Thursday. I never forget, Tawar, I was trying to be like the poor Mexicans. And Captain Tawar went and got me the crickets that they eat.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not do it. I felt so ashamed. Because Tawar did it. I said, damn it, I can't put it in there. But I'm eating that dirt cookie. I hope. Oh shit!
If I can ask Levi,
you know we love every tribe, but you do not let Bahari eat that damn cookie. He can look at it, he can present it in class. You do not let him put that cookie in his goddamn mouth. Right? We need it there.
I was going to ask Levi. Levi, is it actual dirt and sugar? Just sugar in the dirt, or what is it?
Okay, it's like a mine that they cultivate. They actually cultivate it. And some people, they use butter. They put salt in it. They try to make it tasty. That's what my rib was telling me. My rib was telling me some people make it actually tasty because I tried it for the first time. I never had it in my life. I tried it because of because of General Baha'i, man. I went. There's a Levi spot close to me. I find out where exactly I bought it, and I tried. I said, you know what? Let me try this dirt cookie, and it's terrible. It's not something that
Levi told me before. He said, I ain't never eaten no dirt cookie. I said, what?
That was it. Give it up for Levi.
Never had
it. Like you gotta be in absolute hell. You know what I mean?
to have to deal with that type of thing, man. That was courageous of you too, Hawk, to step out there. Don't nobody else eat no more. That's an order. Go ahead, Barack Salah.
Kanawakan, sir. General Kabbalah Mob said he had some crickets tonight.
Good night.
I remember that your time, boy. I couldn't do it either. I remember that now.
Listen, if Kabal ate crickets, I'm a stop. If Kabal ate crickets, brother, I'm moved. Because Q don't eat nothing that ain't, ain't clean and natural and all. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, you got plenty of time to eat crickets and all that. Right now, just going to eat some steak, get some regular damn food. You understand? And let's move on. Y'all ain't killing my general. I'm knocking you, Levi.
Phil Water, Levi. I think that's it for the story, right? Was there something say, Levi?
One last thing, sir, if I may, and you could talk to the people of Haiti about this briefly, sir. You know, as Commander General Yohanna sent Captain Tazoriak to destroy the entire conscious community, there is a conscious community that is growing in Haiti now. And of course, battling all the nonsense that they think they came up with some new information. And there is a conspiracy that is coming from a higher power that is pushing that voodoo and the Egyptology and the chakras and all of that on our people. And it's being done. The people of Haiti, of course, think they are the one that's coming up with it. But we've saw that movie before, I don't want them, and we destroyed that before. You would briefly say something about the conspiracy to bring our people back to Egypt philosophy.
Okay, I don't know about this. You might have to tell me about this. It's something
if I could just join in with you. There's a big movement right now and not just in Haiti, but in all the Caribbean, to so-called get back to their voodoo roots. It's a movement in the United States too. It's a big movement coming up with these crystals and this voodoo and these cauldrons. But this is my own suspicion. I believe that this is Esau. Esau is pushing it because they know who we are, and they don't want to see us come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments. So they making sure that the world is full with all these silly religions. And so they pushing that, and Levi is particularly susceptible to it because, of course, it was a high tradition in Levi, and it was a high tradition in Puerto Rico as well. You know what I'm saying? With the whole voodoo and all that. And so a lot of people trying to move back to it. And I'm going to tell you something, the Christian church is to blame for that. When people done figured out this church is BS. They ain't made their way to the truth yet, but they figured out this church is a hustle and a lie. So now they're trying to go back to what they believe is their, wisdom and knowledge and so forth, and they can get back on their feet. And concerning Haiti, I'm going to tell you something, man. There's only one reason Haiti's in the condition it's in. And then the minute they change this, and watch when they get control of it, watch them change this, and all of a sudden the economy of Haiti will explode. They have a law in Haiti where people who leave Haiti cannot invest and send money back into Haiti. Am I right on that, Levi?
If I may say, you can't, I believe, gain any type of political power in Haiti once you leave.
Right. There's millions of Haitians all over the world and living in countries and all that. And they could fix Haiti overnight. There's more money outside of Haiti among Haitians than it is in the whole damn country. But they blocking their ability to put that money into the country. And they blocking the imports. Remember when the earthquake happened? They had an entire area in Haiti that was filled with goods and stuff that was shipped in, and none of it was able to come out to the public. They got contractors in Haiti right now who have makeshift houses. They like a big cube with bedrooms upstairs, downstairs. They can come in with a crane, drop the house on the foundation. You got a house. They can put thousands of houses in Haiti. The contractors is stuck in the whatever the trade area is. Can't get their stuff out, them goods out, all of that. So that's really the problem in Haiti. If they cut that beast off and allow Haitians from outside, you think that people in Haiti outside, and listen, Haitians have a high percentage rate of college graduates. You go back and check out the Haitian history, they got a very high percentage of college graduates. You know what else they got a high percentage of? They have a very high percentage of organizations. You got Haitian organizations that's only for Haitians, tons of them that you never heard about, that are building economies across this country. You got Haitian lawyers, Haitian doctors, Haitian nurses that come together. They good.
I know some mechanics, Haitian
mechanics,
yeah.
and they'll have 10 shops.
Yeah.
And if one of them can't fix it, they'll go see this cat or go. They'll have a whole network of it. And Haitians are really good with that. And that, you know what that goes back to? Them having to organize the Levites. They had to feed masses of people. So they had to be organized to move goods and services around to take care of people. So it's in their blood to do it. And Esau has that all cut off from being invested in the country. And it's messed up in that they have family all in the country. And that's where tons of your stolen Toyotas are going. That's where tons of your stolen motorcycles are going. All of that's being thrown in containers and shipped down illegally, because trying to go through the normal process, forget about it. You know what I mean? I remember being down in the Caribbean, brother. You go into some of these trade areas, you know, where the imports come in, brother, it's like being in a war zone. They out there, brother, with automatic weapons. Everything is controlled. Everything is a payoff and a bribe. You got to know all the channels for you to get, you know, a box of a can of jelly in the damn country. And that's how they run it, man. And they keep it locked down like that. And the minute that gets ended, then you're going to see them tribes bust out. There are a lot of independent Caribbean nations. The tribes, a lot of these parts of these Benjamites and them, they're all of Central and South America have sovereign countries. And they worried about that, because if the actual people take over those countries and those islands, then they have a major, major problem, because they're sovereign countries. They can build up their military as much as they want. But the Lord gonna crack that thing open, Malcolm. And what you doing, Malcolm, is amazing to be fighting through that madness. That ain't easy to do. It's a lot.
So why the Levi? Was there anything else?
Nah,
Can I just answer Carmen Roberts' question? She said, Ghanaians, people, Israelites. Yes. All right. Not Ghana, but Guyanese people. Guyana is off the coast of South America. It's right near Trinidad and Tobago. And Guyana is Benjamites, Suriname, Benjamites. All three of those islands. I forget the third one. There's a third one down there as well. You got Guyana, Suriname, and something like New Guyana or something. Somebody can pull it up on a map. You know what it is? I'll go.
So what about brothers who may think that you talk about the country of Ghana?
Yeah, that's a good point. The country of Ghana are heathens. Now, our people are mixed in there because that's one of the ports that they use to ship us here to America. But those are not our people. Okay, those the people of Ghana are not. Those are the people that actually sold us. The ones in Ghana. And they're one of the countries that's right now pushing heavy for black people to come back to Ghana and visit Ghana. That's why all the celebrities down there, they ain't down there because that particular country they're looking for. They were down there because that's a whole multi-billion-dollar campaign to get celebrities to promote Africa. Because once again, they want the Africans over the top of us. And so they were pushing that and promoting that. That's a good point. Ghana is not our people. Okay. And it's sad because what's the name of this musician that was working with Michael Jackson? You know what I'm talking about? His dark skin.
The Hamite.
Yeah.
Akon.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just recently put up a post while he was on a podcast saying the solution is Africa. The solution is to go back to Africa. That's the solution to the whole problem. That's BS. That's propaganda. That's building the economy of Africa. He got big investments in Africa. So, of course, he need Americans to bring black dollars over there. You understand? And they'll start with us. And then once we smooth it out for everybody. Then they'll work on trying to get the heathens and the other nations. And tourism is big money when you run your own country. It's big money, okay? But that's not for us. You going over there to Ghana, you putting your life in danger. You putting your well-being and health in danger. They hate your guts over there. They got all different kind of ethnic groups over there, and everybody's looking to rob you. You like the Vic. When you go over there, they look at you like you got American dollars. So they robbing you for the apartment. They robbing you to paint the apartment. They robbing you to put appliances in the apartment. You want a garden? You got to pay us for that too. Whatever it is you doing over there, they robbing you over there. And then a lot of y'all go over there with that stupid idea that you're going to go over there and start a business in Africa, or you're going to be closer to your country. Let me tell you something about Ghana. You go to Ghana, they have a designated area. Now, you don't have to live in this area, but they got a designated area for Black Americans that go live in Ghana. And all the Black Americans go live in this one particular area. You know why? Because them Hamites don't want you in their area. So now some of the women will go over there and marry one of them Hamites, and they'll live with the Hamite in his area. But it's rare. You know about that. Go ahead, get the mic.
Salaga said it. My mother, and everybody may know who I am, or my father, Officer Iraq, so he can attest to this. My mother,
hell of an officer.
My mother is a victim of falling for the lies of them stinking Hamites. My mother had been through. After she left my father, of course they was in the world. She left my father. She tried to be with some other brother. It didn't work out. She tried to be with another brother. Didn't work out. She found the African prince. She found
Mutubu himself.
She found him. The African prince from Africa, from the Nigeria, whatever the hell he's from.
The motherland.
And he owned oil. He owned everything. And after a while, she found out that this man was a liar. He's a liar. And I remember being in the truth, coming into the truth, and hearing that them Hamites, they scam us.
Yes.
And I remember knowing that my mother got scammed.
Dang.
She got scammed by one of them same Hamites. And that's what they do.
And let me tell you, that African, give it up. Damn right. That was strong to confess that too. Like you said, like them Hamites, they fool you with that accent. You think because they talking like this, they are innocent and they would not harm you. They running all your credit, your birth certificate. It's somebody in Ghana with your mama name right now. she got a house. She got her ID. Got your mama. Like they are super duper scammers. It's like part of the trade of what they do, and they rob and plot and scheme like any heathen criminal. They are not us. And it was bad back in like the 90s. The 90s was bad because a black woman had declared us. She had dismissed us from the nation. She was done with it. Done. I'm done with them. I'm going to Africa. Get me a Mandingo man. And you know who helped destroy us with that? That damn Eddie Murphy movie. That Coming to America, brother. That's a demonic movie. Now, and this is what I love about the truth. We are the only people in the black community that call that movie a demonic movie. And it's nothing personal against Eddie Murphy. He's an actor. He's doing his job. But that movie, you go back and watch that movie now, Coming to America, you horrified. Yeah. Like when it came out, it was the theaters was packed. They made hundreds of millions of dollars off it. People loved the damn movie. You go back and look at that movie now, brother. That movie was so evil. It was such a degradation of black men. It was such a humiliation. And tons of black women watched that movie and thought, I'm gonna go out and get me an African. That's probably what happened. Like she getting in a battle with her man, and go out and think I could get with that African. And here's why you can get along with them Africans for a good while, because they don't care about you. They're just there to get paid or get their citizenship or get whatever they there to get and rob and steal and plot. And so you could do whatever. He catch you in the bed with another. You shouldn't have done that. That was very bad, but I forgive you. And the next day, he like nothing never happened. Because he don't care about you. And you so dumb, you think he's understanding and deep and full of wisdom and all that when he cares nothing about you and you don't find out till he stepped. Go ahead, Yarma, please.
So what would you say to like a sister, and I'll be specific. My mother has came to the palace over last year.
Yeah.
She trying to learn about the truth. However, she done married a Hamite. What would you say to sisters who may have married Hamites, but now they're finding out about the truth? How should they continue on with their life at this point, knowing?
Okay, are they still married to the Hamite? I'll give you if they still married and if they not married.
Well, if they still married to the
right.
Hamite.
Well, then, right, legally, just the papers. They legally married, or they are involved. They live together. They still involved.
I think it's more or less for my situation. For my family situation.
Go ahead.
I think it's more or less. I don't.
Just legalities. They probably own some real estate. Huh?
Like I don't.
She might be involved with him. She might love this guy.
She's involved with him.
Right.
She doesn't love him. The thing about my mother is that she realized certain. It's a lot of mother if you watching this, but she realized something later that she should have realized something before. She was never ever going to love him. She can't talk to her husband about Mike Tyson. She doesn't.
She can't relate.
She can't relate to him.
Yeah.
And now she's with a man that now as she's gotten older,
right,
she feels like I have to be with the man that I've laid down with.
Right.
I have to be a wife.
Right.
But I don't love this man.
Right.
And so now she's stuck. But for women who may be in her situation, who are finding out about the truth, finding out that sex is marriage,
right,
after they done slept with a heathen,
right,
how should they conduct and carry on with their life after the fact?
Listen, yeah, that's a good point. Give it up here, Yarma. Let me tell you something. If I could, I got the expert here, but I'll answer first. But and then I'll pass it to him. She is doing exactly what she should be doing. Like if you're a sister out there and you're married to a Hamite, you're already involved with that Hamite. But as you come into the truth, that's where the line gets crossed. If that Hamite tries to stop you from coming into the truth, then you must resist that. You must resist that, but you already involved with this heathen. So you just go on and do what you do in a normal marriage. You just operate the way you've set up your marriage and operate it. And you deal with it like that. The Lord will remove him if the Lord wants him removed. He'll get rid of that Edom. Same for brothers that's married to Edomite women. The same applies. You in the situation, there's no need to leave. Okay, but if they leave, then they leave. But now let me just add this, if I could. If you marry to a heathen, this is sisters and brothers, you should. This is a suggestion. This ain't in the law, but you should. If you break up with that heathen, and now you're gonna get with an Israelite, you should afford that brother or that sister to know the truth that you was with a heathen. You understand? Because it's very difficult for a man to get with a woman who's been with a heathen if he's in the truth. If he's in the truth. Like we hate what white people have done to us. But if you've been sleeping with a white man, it's going to be difficult for you, right or wrong, General? Not quite. General looking like, oop. I'm just saying, this is all what I'm saying is by permission, by the Lord, not by law. I would prefer, when I talk to a woman, I got to know, have you been with a heathen? Have you been with a Hamite? Salakia. Have you been with an Edomite? Because myself,
now you going into it.
I'm sorry.
He's trying to translate.
I'm trying to help you out.
Translation. If you've been with a Hamite, do not try to marry Julian. Now that we know that, now we can move on.
Y'all allow me to just get my opinion. I cannot go behind no African. I cannot go behind no Edomite. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm liberal with everything, but I gotta afford myself a little space because I met tons of sisters, and before I dealt with them, I noticed there's something about them when I bring up these heathens, and usually when I ask them, they dealt with one of them heathens. So they can't go where I go with it. And our people so brainwashed in this country, even if she's an angry type of black woman, she still don't go there with a heathen. She'll go there with me. She'll get mad with me, but she won't go there with a heathen. And so that's just me. But if you with a heathen, stay with him. Carry out your duties, but don't allow him to stop you in the truth. Here's the expert. Come on.
No. I was going to say the same thing.
If I can, also, when she comes into the truth, she's bound by the law, which she can't leave her husband.
Right.
So that she can't leave the Hamite. She can follow that law and do what the Most High say. And like the general brought out earlier, eventually the Hamite might not like it and leave himself.
Right.
Then she free. You know what I mean? She ain't bound once he roll out. But if
go ahead, please.
But if he don't roll out, that's her husband. She be a wife and just follow the law. He can't stop her from following the Most High.
No, I was just gonna say, like, in other words, she can't have lizards for dinner no more. Stuff like that. She can't. She can't eat alligator and all that like the Hamite want to eat. She got to say, I'm an Israelite now, and we can't. We got to take that out the freezer.
Yeah,
we can't be eating that no more. And that's it. If she got, and then he might be mad. He might be like, alligator good. I eat my whole life. Moon, and then he out. Go ahead.
Just for the show's sake, I got to throw the monkey wrench.
Come on.
Salaka, just for the show's sake, I got to throw the monkey wrench.
Go on.
She found out by the truth, but she didn't have a son by this Hamite, by this Amalekite, this Chinese man.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Nothing changes. She still raises those as her children. She still provides for them like any mother was. She carries out her duties. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca didn't like Esau, knew he wasn't hers. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told her 2 nations to be separated from that womb. When the time came for that blessing, she knew where to slide that blessing to.
Yeah.
People read that scripture and think she was unjust. She was right as rain.
Yes, sir.
Because she knew this was a heathen. And she still took care of him. She still raised him as her son. She still let him go hunt and bring food to her husband, who was elderly and ill at the time, or eyes closing from old age. She let him do all that. She didn't treat him no different. But when it came down time for the Most High's business, she said, oh, hell no. She slid Jacob, and Jacob ain't want to disrespect his father like that. She put that damn camel hair, whatever that was, she put camel hair on him, the wool on him, and told him, you go up in there and get that damn blessing from your father. You know what I'm saying? So she should perform the right duties for that Hamite. And she probably loved him. He come from her. There's nothing wrong with her, having feelings for this heathen, because this is the circumstances she was in. But she don't break them laws, statutes, and commandments. She don't go against that. She changed all of that. And she had to stand on. That's where the problem come in, is that she going to have to stand on it when it comes to laying down what the Lord said. And of course, she can't bring that heathen around, can't bring any of them heathens to none of our high holy days or nothing that we're doing. You know what I mean? And she can't let them stop her from coming as well. She just got to show up and do what she have to do. And it's, it's difficult, but it's better than the alternative. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, a lot of time, moved them off anyway. You know what I'm saying? Marah, Salaki.
Salaki, sir, if I can go to the comments,
please.
If I may. Yaya said, y'all go back to Africa if y'all want to. They will sell you again. That's one. This Edomite, I blocked him. He said, do y'all let AI robots in the ISUPK because they hate the white man too?
Shoot, let us get in there and start programming some robots. They'll be acceptable. They're going to hate the white man perfectly. Every time you ask a question, they're going to hate the white man. You know, man. But yeah, that's just basically it. You know, man. She just fight them forces and still come up into the truth. She know now better. Like, and listen, that's not the worst thing. A ton of brothers have taken brothers' lives, not knowing better in our ignorance. We live with that nightmare. You know what I'm saying? That, yo, I put this dude down. I might have even been right doing it back then. Or maybe I wasn't right. But either way, we living with it. And so, you know what I'm saying? You got to deal with that. But you can't let it control you. She can't let them that heathen control her. It's done. It's over. She's been forgiven for whatever it is that she did. She's brand new. It never happened. Right or wrong. It never, ever, ever happened. And she got to now just go forward from right there. Boom. You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And in these times, you absolutely have to do it because, of course, everything, sorry to keep cutting in. Everything is trying to draw you into the things that Esau look at as a sin.
Yeah.
Esau look at it like it's a sin or it's wrong. And so he want to suck your soul down into it. When you did what you had to do here. That's why I keep saying, we just stop blaming black people, Latino people, Native Indian people for their circumstances, man. You understand? Like somebody gonna tell you that you wrong for surviving. Like you wrong for being here now. Like you had to do all kinds of stuff. I was in the military. Probably imagine what he took me to the range. I said, this is a killer right here. You know what I mean? I'm looking at him like in the movie Sniper, like this nigga gonna kill me in the range. Haas is a maniac when it comes to that stuff. But that, so now you was wrong. Was you wrong for actually surviving? Was you wrong for was she wrong for in her ignorance trying to pick the right man that she thought through the brainwashing would do the right thing with her, would give her a right family, or you know what I'm saying? She thought she was trading up. You got a ton of them brothers who making a terrible mistake. What they call them brothers that get on them planes? What they call them? Passport brothers. Like them brothers right there, they are AIDS carrier waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Because they're making a mistake. They're thinking they could leave the black woman and go down there and get a sister from another tribe. And you can do that if that's what you want. But they're doing it for the wrong reason. They're doing for wanting to deal with your tribe. And listen, and everybody should be highly weary if you want to get away from your actual people to get with some other tribe just because you hate yours. Then you are not going to you're going to do that sister a disservice because it's something wrong with you that you won't deal with yours. Now, again, it ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? You get with a Latino tribe, some brothers got a preference, you know what I'm saying? And love a Latino sister, love her style and her flavor, her language, her accent, all of that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful and all that. But don't go do it for the wrong reasons. Them cats getting on them passports, they doing the whole thing absolutely wrong. They not marrying them sisters. 90% of them is getting whores. You're getting whores. You're getting whores pretending like they normal. Go ahead, you die. I see you want to jump in. Go ahead.
If I may, sir. Salakia, sir. 90% of them. I seen one brother that was real disgusting. 90% of them are going to places like Indonesia and Thailand.
Well, there you go.
And they getting lad boys.
They getting what?
Salakia, they call them like lad boys. They look like women up here, but down there they the Akim.
Oh, see that?
We had a story about
now that is out of that is crazy.
Why don't we go to the passport story?
There's one in the list today.
Passport brother story from Commander General YAHANNA.
Please.
Oh, it was
Slack.
I was going into it.
Okay, please.
It's a real big movement that's really going on. That's taking like flight on like Twitter and TikTok. And this one brother went viral. You know what I mean? There's one group because his post was so disgusting. Like the car shared it with me. And he said, you know, when I get over there, when I get over there to Indonesia.
Okay, explain it like someone has never heard about this before. For me, who has never heard about this before.
So the Passport Brothers are a group of older black men in the 70s that started this movement that decided that black women have become too westernized, whatever that means.
Right.
So they decided to go to places like, Israelite countries like South America and the West Indian Islands, Brazil,
Argentina.
And
different countries.
But what they really frequent and go to is those Moabite, you know what I mean, other heathen countries like the Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia, because the dollar is something ridiculous. General YAHANNA was going into it like a dollar is like 17,000 in Indonesia over there in that diaspora with Asia. So they decide to go over there and spend money. And this one brother in particular went viral because he said, as soon as I get off the plane and land, and I think it was the Philippines or Indonesia, and he said, I never want to see another black woman again.
There you go. That's the problem. The problem is that you go over there and once again, they're not getting with Latinos with the understanding that these are our people. They're getting with Latinos like these are foreigners. So
okay, if I could ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay, are you saying? Okay, what is the passport?
Okay,
is it two people?
No, passport. It's a movement.
Okay,
it's a movement where 4 or 5 brothers get together. They get their passport, and they go together and travel to a resort in another country.
Okay,
like usually I thought until now, Central America or South America. They show up in the country with the sole purpose of marrying or having a relationship with one of the locals from that area.
I gotta stop you if I could.
Yeah.
So do they just go to the country to have casual sex?
Most
or do they go there to find a woman to marry and keep forever?
Both. Most of the time it's to just have casual sex, but they lie to themselves and say, I'm coming here to get a wife. And sometimes they do marry a woman down there. Most likely they marrying a whore that's just pretending to be a regular person.
Okay, now the part I don't get is, okay, if it's to find a real relationship, then they could only do it once because they go down there, say this is the best woman I ever met, then they be married and have to stay with her. The only way it makes sense is if they're having casual sex in other countries. But of course, you can have casual sex in America.
And here's the problem. The
Okay.
problem is the same problem that they have in America that's messing up the sex up here is the same problem they go down there when they go to get the wife. Like that's why I said they making a mistake because you can't get along with a black woman in America. You don't know how to get with her. You don't know how to romance her, how to talk to her, none of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those are them real anal type of dudes who, you know, got a nice paying job, but they awkward. They ain't socialized enough when they was younger.
Right.
So now you can't get along with black woman. You can't get along with white woman. You can't really get along with any woman. So what you do is you think because you go to a South American country that's poor, you're going to be revered because you have some wealth. So now you go down to that country, you get with them sisters, and many times brothers be serious like they want to marry the broad. Okay. But of course, when they get involved with her, the same problem they have up here, they got with her down there. And so it just screws the whole thing up. And what's happening is basically it's a high-tech whore service that you're dealing with. Because what the sisters down there in those countries figured out is, okay, he don't want a ass-shaking stripper. He looking for a wife. So what she'll do is put on regular clothes and act like a regular person and go to the places that you frequent and be talking and, you know, like she a regular girl when you don't know she's bagging, you're the elephant she's trying to bag. And then you end up getting with her. And of course, it's the same problem because most of the time she ain't looking to marry you. You just business for her. You just, you good for as long as that money. So once you fly back, while she working on that passport, you sending that money every month. And she just bleed it out until you stop sending. Tons of brothers over here get played by that. When you over there for the wrong damn reason, messing with them, man. The thing to do for us right now is to learn how to be men again. If we learn how to be men again, then it don't matter if you get a woman from any of the 12 tribes. Hell, get one from all of them. It don't even matter. But you got to learn to be, you know, the man of the Lord that you're supposed to be. And them passport brothers, they don't understand that. If you just come back to being the man that you're supposed to be, Salakia, like the brothers bring out law, statutes, commandments, and do what you need to do, you'll be able to pull any woman that you want. You'll be able, you'll understand the man-woman dynamic again. You'll understand, according to the scriptures, your responsibility, her responsibility. You'll have the right goals in place according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And you'll build. I see it in there all the time. I mean, we got young cats in there, got 10-year, 12-year marriages. They young. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Right or wrong. They ain't 30 and they got, you know, 10-year marriages. I'm like, damn. Brothers, hold it down. Now, it ain't perfect, but that's another myth. Another myth that we have in this country is that marriage is supposed to be the Huxtables or something like that. You know what I mean? Like we got, or you know, some of these other shows that we got. That's not what marriage is. If you could teach your women to understand that marriage is not a dream world. It's the real world.
Right.
And in real world, there's problems. There's financial problems. There's all kind of problems. There's even sexual problems. A lot of brothers messed up. I'm going to do that lecture. I'm coming up with that lecture on the porno and the video game. A lot of brothers is jammed up. Y'all sending all the young women to me. I'm like, listen, man, I can't counsel all these women. Y'all sending all these women to me. They calling me up, General.YAHANNA, this, that. Like, you got to go on in there and stop playing them video games, man. And going in there. That be. Am I wrong, Muhammad, the expert here? That's 75% of the problem. 75% of the problem is you don't understand. You are the stress reliever. You're the back massager. You're the cat that take the stress off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you ain't doing your job on that, then you're gonna have a very angry, frustrated, sometimes violent woman. You're gonna wonder why you got hit with a can of beef and barley soup. And I'm telling you why, because you didn't do what the hell you were supposed to do. You understand? But brothers in the UPK, we talk for a living. Even if a brother's rib is in a distance, he on the phone every night. We finish camp. Y'all know we finish camp. Some brother always in the corner of the building, like he working something out. You get to the Passover. He like, oh, Commander General, this is my new wife. I mean, brother come up. I ain't gonna say his name. Brother come up from DC. He talking to me for weeks. General.YAHANNA, I want to come up there and do some filming. We'll do about 30 clips. I probably need the whole afternoon. Little did I know that this was an afternoon of introduction to him and his wife, his new wife. We in there filming, taking pictures. We talk about, I sent them to dinner. I said, listen, y'all back for dinner. Y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? Because this is how it's done. And if you're not doing that, man, you messing up our whole zone with these sisters, and we could be doing so much more. And it ain't perfect. Again, we both coming out of hell, but we'll get there. But as far as going after them heathens and trying to go to them tribes, for the wrong reason, make no mistake, get with those tribes if you want to get with them, but don't do it because you dysfunctional over here. Learn what you need to learn. The UPK, last point, I'm gonna get off. The UPK has so much to offer. It has more to offer now than ever before. You understand? And boy, we blowing it. We have so much to offer you. I hear so many of these celebrities talking bullshit on the airwaves about problems we've solved 30, 40 years ago. Problems we've been solved that all they had to do was learn from us and they would have that problem solved. You still beefing and problems, still letting Esau use you to create conflicts that's unnecessary. You still got psychological problems. You a goddamn wealthy celebrity and you still messed up in your head. Look at Will and Jada. That's a joke. And they just an extreme example. You got tons more that if they was in here, brother, they would learn that. And for every sister out there that's listening, listen, I didn't mean to discourage you. Come to the UPK. Get counseling. Learn what you have to learn up in here, man. We'll show you the rules of the road to make you a hell of a wife. And it ain't gonna all be pretty. It ain't, you can't do what you did in the world all the way, but you're gonna have you a long-term marriage and you're gonna have a brother that you can rely on, and you're gonna have a real brother that know how to relieve stress. Know how to, you know what I'm saying? Your doctor's appointments will now consist in checking your hip bones and make sure they're all right. You're like, Doc, I think I got osteoporosis. The doctor will be like, well, you ain't but 25. What are you talking about? Well, I keep having a problem with my hip.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm done. Damn right. Go ahead.
For time's sake, you better go into the sexy red thing. You have to break it down as well, if you don't mind.
Con. If I may, sir, Sexy Red recently this weekend had a baby shower, and the picture she took went viral.
Now, I saw a picture of a woman with a red garment on with a man between her rear end cheeks. That's her. It popped up in my feed. I said, what the hell?
So this is a picture. This is
there
her
it
baby
is. That's
shower.
it right there.
Oh, no. Huh? That's the baby shower? That means she has a man. She's pregnant, right? Did she say she had a man? That's Sexy Red?
That's not the man.
That don't look like Sexy Red. You sure, sir?
That's her?
And so That's not her husband. I'm assuming that's the controversial part, right? Who knows?
And can I just add something about that picture? If you're a woman who could be dressed like this and have a man put his face into your rear end and you not feel any inhibition about it, you're damaged. You are severely, severely damaged and you don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? How bad and messed up you are. And it's a sad song. And here's the thing. Esau, boy, he's such an animal. The people who finance her album, the people who, you know, promote her, like they would never, ever let you do this to their children. They would never, ever, ever let you take their daughters and have their daughters do this. And to that brother, man, like, what kind of man are you that you would do this in public? You have to be gay. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. You have to be a man that, like, to not be gay means that you don't allow, I'm sorry, LGBT. Like, to not do that, I mean, to be able to do this, you have to be a man that has that doesn't have a scruple about your physical body. Like you'll do whatever. You don't have no boundary, and that is so what Satan wants. Satan wants us to always be unholy. I'm gonna yield. I'm gonna come up off it. It's an amazing thing. So
if I could, this is what the passport brothers are doing.
That's
like
it.
The whole point of going overseas and going to Philippines is because this goes on over there. I know when I was in the I.S.U.P.K military, in the Philippines, it's called a Westpac, and everybody wanted to go to the Westpac because everybody wanted to go to the Philippines because all the sexual acts you heard about, everybody wanted to go there because of that, because of this right here. Like I heard stories of stuff like this here and other things that I don't think I can mention on this show that's being done over there, and everybody wanted that. They wanted that from over there. Same thing you see right here.
If I could, Asen Moritz, you made a good point. Said, I apologize to Doris Tucker. She was right about where rap music was going. Doris Tucker, for those of you that may not know, was an activist in Los Angeles who came up against Snoop and others for their degradation of women in the whole rap industry. Of course, it failed because of the wealth and power that was put behind it. You understand? And it was handled by a woman whose job it was not to fight that. That's our job to fight.
Right.
But she meant well. You know what I mean? She knew what she was talking about. She knew that Esau was taking it over and going to poison us with our own music. But it's up to us to do it. The men of the Most High, we got to turn and decide what it is. And can I just one more quick little point, and I'm going to get out the way. Let me tell you something. You are losing so much by living this kind of life. Like that same brother who's down between that sister's behind cheeks is losing so much because he could have 3 or 4 wives of his own that will be such a support to him. That would be such a, a solid sister. But here's what happened. They put so much propaganda on you that you don't believe you could actually have a sister that submits and stands with you. And so then you come off your stance. You come off your position, and then that sister gets the compromise. Then you get compromised. Like that's what's happened to him. You think he's happy? You think that's the thrill of his life to stick his face between her behind cheeks in public to humiliate himself? It's damn near like to be great, you got to humiliate yourself. You got to put the dress on. You got to put your face between her cheeks. You think that they like that? You think that he feels empowered by that? He's such a fool in that he doesn't know that he's losing out on so much more. Like, don't nobody know better about relationships than the Most High. And for us to follow him would really be a benefit to us. I'm out of it. To all of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Is that the whole story? Okay, what are people online saying about it?
Oh, so that, and surprisingly, a lot of Israel, agrees with Commander GEN.YAHANNA was saying. Like, it was rough. You do got a lot of dumb sisters out there. Like, she trended. The other sister, Sukiyana's been trending for 2 weeks on the show that she has.
Sukiyana?
Yeah.
And what is she trending about?
On that baddie East show that she got. Or they just it was rough.
What you talking about?
First of all, who is she?
She's a rapper, just like
another sister. Okay, right. Like that's the new wave. The new wave is to get a disgusting, raunchy sister to suck in the spirit of every sister that's out there. And now every young girl is 12, 13, 14, is taking on this persona and is going to make herself a whore, and she won't realize it until she's 40. When she's 40, she'll realize how dumb I was, how I got played. And let me tell you something. I remember clearly, y'all know this too. I remember clearly when fathers were taking their daughters' cell phones from them. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they were arresting the fathers. Like if you took your daughter's cell phone, they would arrest you. And then what happened is one of the fathers fought it in court. And the judge said, well, the phone is really the father's property. So you can't deny him having that property. Right after that, all the cell phone companies started financing your cell phone. That's why now you can get the cell phone $39 a month, $29 a month. The reason they did that was because the fathers who had to get your daughter the cell phone now had control over the phone and could stop their daughters from learning about being a whore, which is all is on the internet. Y'all, they talking AI my ass. AI is going to be a porn robot in your goddamn closet. You're going to come in the house at 6 and press a button, and the door going to pop open, good evening. And a vagina going to pop out the closet, big as your head.
let me prove you right. This was 1999. We were sitting in the car on Lenox Avenue in Harlem.
Okay.
And I was in the car, as I am usually, like, what is this internet about? I said to Giuliano, I said, what is this thing? He said, the internet ain't nothing. This is what the internet gonna be. You're gonna push a button, you're gonna be able to get Negro tail, Chinese tail, African tail. He said, that's all that's gonna be. It ain't gonna be nothing but that. You push a button, what you want? China, Japan, and that's what happened. And this was in 1999. He said, that is all this is going to be. And that's all that happened.
Cats acting like, we're going to get on Chat GBT. We're going to make some money. We're going to do this. Yeah, I'm watching. In a minute, all the porn channels will have AI animation. AI generated animation will be on all of them. They'll stop paying the prostitutes, and they'll generate a character on AI that they ain't gotta pay. And now every nut and sociopath will have a porn channel. And
no more passport.
No more passport.
You just push a button.
Damn right. She gonna come out the closet. You go ahead.
Trying to bring them blow up dolls to life. That's all.
Yeah.
You just want to put a brain in them blow up dolls so they can come to you and do all of that.
Yeah, that's all. They trying to perfect a good sex robot. They want one and you come in and it look just like a woman. That thing is gonna look just like a woman. You're gonna be able to program it just how you want. Go ahead. You know what I mean? They know how to keep you in the house. They ain't worrying about no pandemic. You're gonna be in the house with a robot. Go ahead.
So like I said, so with the time that we live in right now, where you got a lot of brothers and sisters who they may understand that we living in turmoil, we living in slavery and affliction, but some of them may want to ask, what is it about the I.S.U.P.K that makes us say that you have to be here for righteousness? Like if they was a drug dealer, if they were a alternative lifestyle on an unaliver in their life, what would you say to those who why can't I go be a Muslim? Why can't I go be a all society? Why can't I be a Pan-Africanism? Why is it that this lifestyle is the truth and there is no other life other than here?
Give me the scripture about the old paths you die. All right, let me tell you something. Like, you want to understand where to find the truth, you have to go look for the truth. You have to seek it out, search it out, and find it. And here's how you go look for the truth. First of all, you find the Bible. The Bible is the most popular record on the face of this earth of all nations. Every single major religion on the planet has come out of the Bible. That's where you start. And when you start there, now you know that the Bible is the record you got to go look at. When you go in the record, you got to find out who are the Israelites. That's another journey. You go and search it out and you find out who the Israelites are, because the Bible says the Israelites are God's chosen people. So now when you find those Israelites, when you find out that we are the Lord's chosen people, then you got to say, where are the prophets of God? And when you go to look for the prophets of God, the scriptures tell you, Christ tell you, they'll be on the street corners. How do you know the difference on those street corners? You know the difference on those street corners because you look for the original. Who is the original? I.S.U.P.K. 1969. That's how you find the simple path to the truth. And then when you do that, then you examine us and come in here and you're gonna read the scripture. Like I heard recently that the head of them purple slime balls, he made a tape. Somebody sent me the tape. He made a tape saying something like, why are you so concerned with me? And why you know, if you too concerned with me, then what aren't you doing, or something like that? And I looked at that tape and I said, man, the level of evil in this dude is amazing, because they have for years been acting as though they are not concerned with us. Like they are not concerned. They're not none of that. Meanwhile, they got super spies all over the internet sending fake accounts. I mean, that cat that confessed, I still go look at that tape of that brother that confessed to doing all that spying. I mean, he was coming after Muhammad's class, I mean, a decade ago. Almost 10 years ago, he was trying to destroy Muhammad's character in his class 10 years ago. But meanwhile, like any slime ball, he act like we're just innocent. We just wear our purple and we just trying to be brothers and we just trying to do. But meanwhile, in the dark, he's doing so much evil in the dark. I mean, I'm getting friend requests every day from fake accounts. And ain't nobody, I mean, it could be other people too. I don't know. I don't give a damn. But for sure, it started when they started. And without a doubt, they love to find ways to destroy you. But they're like a snake. They're like a cop. Yeah. Like cops don't never let you see that they're coming for you. They pretend like, even in interrogation, when they talk about it on First 48 and all them shows, all them interrogation tactics that make you feel like you just having a conversation. I know how I know that you just having a conversation, but really, this is a slimy bastard seeking to destroy you. So if you looking for the truth, the Lord is showing you the truth. Nobody operates like the I.S.U.P.K. And in a minute, they'll be gone too. They don't know it yet, but they've already fallen apart. In a minute, they'll be gone as well, and they'll just be one. But in the meantime, if you seeking it, it's easy to find. Read this. No, and let me say this. I'm telling you from experience. I'm just adding my little 2 cents. This is also my opinion. Not even really, kind of. I've been around a good long while. And I watched so much of the Israelite world. I know it well. Some stuff you might think I'm doing is a little, what the hell is he doing that for? I'm doing it for a reason. Everything you see me doing, even the crazy, weird stuff, I'm doing it for a very good reason. And I know why I'm doing it. And let me tell you something. As I examine this Israelite world, brother, I see so many people doing the same evil things over and over to try to destroy us. I see Satan plotting on us even in here. I shut down plots against you and you don't even know I shut it down. I shut the plot down. You just think you got away from the shit. I done shut the shit down, 10 steps back because I saw it coming. Because, and this UPK is the greatest and safest place and I'm not saying it because I'm in here. I'm telling you, if I was examining this from the outside, white people, somebody posted on the internet, white people are now saying you brothers is super amazing. Y'all seen them post. Y'all amazing. You love your people. Can't believe what you're doing. White people want to join you. That was what that was. They wanted to come in here and be a part of it. So this is the home of the truth. It always has been. It only became a question because some selfish, stinking, disgusting pig decided to create a fake Israelite group because he didn't want to adhere. He was just like them no good broads out there who don't want to follow a man. They don't want to follow no orders or follow no brotherhood. And have to not be the center of attention. So, of course, they rebel and create something else and come up with an excuse. Or they have some sins they want to keep going. They like little boys, or they're on drugs, or they got psychological problems. You know what I'm saying? Different type of stuff. And so they don't want to get in here and go through what it takes to do what we do. We in here, we have to forge ourselves. we pull ourselves together in this body, regardless of what happened, and require it from every camp. This is how you know the thing. These are the things you look for to know whether or not you're in the truth or not. Now, here's the scripture to back up what I'm saying. And y'all can add more to it. I'm just giving the basics on it. But here's the backup. Go ahead.
Khan, Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Now, that's just important. It says, see and ask for the old paths. That's twofold. One, you should ask Israelite groups. What's the first Israelite group that came out here? Who started it all? You should ask. Who started it all? Well, did y'all come from another group? What group y'all came from? Ask them. They all lead back to the I.S.U.P.K. Okay? Read it one more time for me, this is like the Lord ain't, he ain't a mystery. He's giving you a clear path. This is how you find the truth. Go ahead,
Khan, Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways.
Stand in the way. Go out there to that camp. Go out there to our rally. Come up to the event. Stand in the way. That's what it means when they say stand in the way, right? Okay. Meaning like get in the middle of it and see what's this.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And see and ask for the old path.
Ask for the old path. Ask for the old path. Who else should you ask? You should go to the Most High.
Right.
You should say, Lord, which one of these is the truth? You should ask the Lord. You might not like the answer because you might be gay and want to join the purple, and the Lord say the Israelite school UPK is the truth. Then you got a problem. Salako, TikTok. Just stop me, you die. It's all right. Just stop me. Man, foul. Just call foul. You know what I'm saying? I might get you a whistle. Foul ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know right there. Y'all go ahead. Salako. We over the time. Come, we over the time.
If you could, just stop me if I need, if you need to.
Go ahead.
But out in Eastern Carolina,
right?
We ran across a group. It seemed like they was all right, as far as the numbers, and they were doing. We across a brother which the two troopers, big up to the troopers that I got in Eastern Carolina. They came from studying up under this group,
right?
But they at first they were telling me that we was. And if you want to, I can say the name of this group and everything. I just don't know why.
Not necessary. There's 1,000 of them out.
Go
ahead.
But they were studying up under this group.
Yeah.
And when they came into the school, they told me, before we came into the truth, we was learning from this group. And I said, okay, well, I was curious. What made you choose us instead of choosing them? And they said, well, it was just a militancy and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But they also mentioned that they went to the elder of the group. And they said the elder of the group used to always mention, well, I came from One West. I was there. I was back there with Commanding General Yahanna. I was there with him. I know Commanding General Yahanna. And I said, really? And they said, yeah. He said that Commanding General Yahanna called me and said, brother, let's rebuild the truth. And I said, really? What did the brother say when he said it? He said, no. He said that he told Commanding General Yahanna, no, to rebuilding the truth. And I said, well, then you understand why that group that he's building would never fucking select it.
You're right. Go ahead, finish it. Yeah.
Listen, you can't touch this. That's all.
It would never succeed.
Exactly.
Because it was built off this loyalty. You telling me that Commander General Yahanna called, and I don't even know if the story is true or not.
It's not.
But you telling me that Commander General Yahanna called you out the spirit of brotherhood and asked your leader or the leader of this group for help, and you turned around and told him no?
And let me tell you why he told that lie. Their leader. The leader told that lie because he thought it would give him some credit as being greater than we are in here. Let me tell you something. It's such a fool's game to think that you have to seek power. You have to seek the Most High, and you'll have all the power. I got more power, brother, than you could imagine, and I've sought none of it. I have sought none of it. I have tried to get none of it. I've tried to get away from it. Listen, I asked permission from Muhammad the other day. Just the other day, I said, if it's all right with you, I'm gonna do so and so. He said, you ain't gotta ask me. He got all offended. Like, he said, you ain't gotta ask me. Like what is you asking me for? And I told Muhammad, I said, listen, I got so much power, and sometimes it just feels good to take low. Yeah, and he understood it. He was like, no problem. Like I got power. I ain't sought none of it out. I just want to work hard in this truth. I want to be the best soldier I could be. He lied to that brother because he thought it would empower him. He thought it would empower him to have said to General Yahanna, oh, I told him no. When in essence, he's empowering me. Like if you got to say no to General Yahanna, then General Yahanna must be somebody. Because why you had to say no like that to him? Like, why did it even matter? Which is just all of it is like Solomon said in the scriptures. It's all vanity. It don't mean nothing. Go ahead. Let me let you finish. And I'm gonna
so like I
tell
said,
you, huh?
Captain Doc in the North Carolina camp, we whoop their ass every week. We go to camp, sir. Every time they try to step out there to camp with us, we show them why he is a damn liar and why if that story was true, he should have told you yes.
And let me tell you something if I could. I put this challenge out every now and then, and I'll put it out again now. I dare any camp. I dare him to come up against General Muhammad in the scriptures. I dare. I dare any camp to come up against General Mayak in the scriptures. I dare any camp to come up against General Haas in the scriptures. Hell, I dare any camp to put their trooper up against a trooper in the UPK. You understand? Try. That's why the scripture said, try the spirit. And I ain't gonna lie, I got some badass cats with me. Like General Muhammad's class is like, let him go. Let him have to go to another country for a month. You're gonna feel the impact. You're gonna be like, damn, wait a minute, I got to break down. When he get back, there's gonna be 100 people at his door. Like, we got scriptures we need broken down now. Like, he's bad as shit in this work. He is. Am I lying, Maya?
Nah, I've been rolling with him since I was a boy.
God.
And he still say stuff that then choke me out.
Yeah, man. Like, he bad as shit. Man, like if you if you think the Lord is not with us, then you just can't read it. Your is reading it now. You got to ask. You know what I mean? He said, go seek it. And when you come here, you'll see it. You'll see it. Like, you're not going to turn on a tape and somebody going to be dancing like Big Frida in the middle of the class. If he did, it's going to be another tape with him upside down in the dumpster. You're going to have to follow him tape. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be upside down in the dumpster somewhere. You understand? He ain't going to shame this dude. You understand? Like, that's not going to be here. Read it for me one more time. We'll get out of here. We way over the time, fam. No, y'all got to get up in the morning. We're gonna deal with it. But if I could, if like the scripture said, if you ask the Lord, the Most High will answer you. Paul even said it. He said, he that needeth, how's it go? I'm paraphrasing. He that needeth knowledge or understanding, let him ask the Most High. Like the Lord is alive. He's causing a third world war before your eyes.
Right.
He's making leaders make a decision to destroy themselves.
Yep.
Right before your eyes, like he prophesied. He can't answer a brother or sister on whether or not this is the truth. He can answer you. If you sincere and care and call on the Most High, you're gonna do what them two brothers did. They came right over here and started learning under y'all. And everybody gonna do it after a while. You understand? Go ahead, right quick, and then I'm get up off of y'all.
Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
There's no other old path than the ISUPK. We came out in 69. Find another organization before us that built the 12 tribes, that even taught the 12 tribes. Find them. There is none. They all follow after the so-called Jew. Find another organization that has gone out and set up more camps across this country than us. Find them. Find another camp that have taught and broke down these scriptures the way we have. We put Israelites on the map. Before the 1980s, brother, you didn't, if you mentioned you was an Israelite, nobody knew who the hell you was. Am I lying?
Lie, sir.
But we put it on the map through the mercy of the Lord. Just all you got to do is go and seek and look, and you're going to find out this is the place. This is the place. You know what I'm saying? And if I could, y'all, Salakia, and I got the legitimate pedigree to stand on.
Right.
And nobody's take my pedigree from me. Like even Christ had to give his pedigree.
Damn right,
Matthew
sir.
and them for them to be accepted before the rest of the Israelite world, they had to give Christ his pedigree, and that was the only way they could make him legitimate. And brother, this much nobody argue that I got the pedigree.
Damn right.
No, nobody say General Yohanna wasn't no general. General Yohanna didn't hold that position. You understand? Yeah. A brother who called me the other day, somebody called me the other day and asked me something about how often we went out and all that back then. I told him it was 7 days a week.
Yes.
I said it was 7 days a week. We ain't never take a break. Okay? And we had no internet, none of that. And it was 7 days a week, every day. Every day. We got them every single day. You understand? I lived off of vending on the street. We was vending on the street. We was selling jewelry. That's how we ate. We ate selling jewelry and taught every day. Went to camp every day. Did TV shows on the weekend. 7 days a week, no breaks. Don't tell me we didn't do the job. We did the job and still doing the job. And now, look who I got with me. Look who I got with me. The thing is, I'm badder than ever now. You know what I'm saying? Let me let him finish the script. And go ahead, Mariah. You take us out. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, the one last story after you've done the scripture, if I may, right on the topic.
Let me just finish this, and then I'll go to it real quick, y'all. We over the time, so lock it for everybody. The water for hanging with us. Go ahead.
Khan Khan, where is the good way? Slugger, where is the good way and walk therein?
And walk therein. And once you get it, walk there in it. You understand? So much you learn in the UPK. So much you learn that's not in these groups. And these groups are not authorized. You can't just decide you're going to do A, B, and C. The Lord got to decide. And if you don't fear the Lord to do that, you're going to make a horrible mistake. Read the scripture. Them cats didn't just do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't just decide this or that. And whenever somebody did do that, they got destroyed.
Right.
It might have took a second, but they got destroyed. And brother, and we ain't looking to get destroyed in here. We're looking to carry this legacy right on up. And we had a short time. Christ about to come. I'm getting up off it, Mariah. Go ahead and do your story. Christ about to come. Now's the time to get on this.
Right.
Go ahead, y'all.
Killeen Daily Herald. Line wraps around the block for hot chili and warm clothes.
Wow.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge hosted a clothing and food giveaway in downtown Killeen on Saturday for all to come and grab something they need. The event took place at the group's main building, 815 North 8th Street in Killeen. This is one of our first years doing this event in Killeen, said GEN.YAHANNA, the group's regional captain. We did it for the first time around 2 months ago, but we did this all over the state of Texas and all over the United States since 1969.
Damn. Big shout out to Captain Yatasa and his whole squad. Go ahead, I didn't want to cut you off. Let me let you finish. Look at all that gear out there, bro. And remember now, it's January. We in February yet?
Still January.
Still January. It's a lot of months running over with me. January. Go ahead. And General Muhammad is about to be in Killeen. What's the dates?
I forget.
We got to get the dates. Yeah. General Muhammad is coming to Killeen. Y'all get ready. Lock them questions in. Get the hard questions. You all right? Y'all, every question is about some tail. Get a hard question. I'm watching. I'm listening to Muhammad. There's 100 questions. I see y'all got women problems. Like it's nice that the Lord, set the ship with Moses and all, but I got to deal with this tail over here. Can I get some counsel about this over here? You know what I mean? What he parted the Red Sea. That was deep. That was heavy. But this tail, this one, that's what Moses is dealing with. I'm dealing with this. Can you help me with this? But I would answer more questions about that than a little bit. Killeen, and listen, make no mistake, I'm joking about it, but it is a beautiful thing. And it's something that we've had nobody to do in this brotherhood. We didn't care for ourselves. We hated each other.
Right.
Walked past each other on the street ready to kill each other. Now we care for each other. Now we have the understanding Yahushua gave us. So now it's about helping and building us. Now you couldn't receive this before. You couldn't, let me tell you something. It was a time where you could not even take advice from another brother when it came to women. It was like a humiliation.
Right.
It was like, what you telling me about that for? And listen, it was a time in the school where you could not, brothers was offended when you told them they had to wait on the 6-month rule. It was like, how some other nigga gonna tell me when I could have a woman or not? They walk out the door. We'd be like, see ya. Call us later, they got AIDS. They used to happen. It used to be happening, especially in the 80s. The AIDS was rampant. But now, because of the Most High in Christ, now we can begin to receive some of that. Now it ain't no inhibition for a brother to help another brother with when he can't deal with a relationship or he got other problems or psychological problems or whatever. You understand? Now we finding out too, a big part of what's giving a lot of brothers that so-called erectile dysfunction. A lot of it is psychological. Brothers going through traumas and all kinds of stuff that was ignored, and you were taught you had to ignore it to be a man. You couldn't get no help. Guess what? Now, with all these generals, these camps, these classes, these officers, these captains, man, the nation is being flooded with help, flooded with assistance in the areas we really need. So I'm not discounting that. I'm just joking about it because it's such a big problem of ours. But eventually, it's going to turn to other bigger problems as well. These other nations, these heathens, all of that. And you're going to see this is the kingdom of heaven being built before your eyes, whether you know it or not, right before Christ returns. So, Lock, y'all yield. Go ahead. Before we way over the time. I'm going to give us the last 5 minutes, y'all, and we're going to get out of here. Was there more? Anything? Go ahead on the story. Go ahead. Again, big shout out to Captain Yatazak. Salaki. Damn right. Good job.
The windy cold weather did not stop the noon event from reaching the community. Attendees wrapped around the block, and according to group officials, over 60 people stopped for some hot food and clothing 1 hour into the event.
60 people 1 hour into the event. 1 hour into the event. Go ahead. And once again, we got criticized and told that our sisters, what do y'all want? A black woman to be barefoot and naked? Remember, what do they say? Barefoot and pregnant? Used to talk about us like a dog when it came down.
We make our women walk 2 steps behind us.
That's right. That was a big one. You know what I'm saying? At one point, they were saying y'all hate women because you always arguing with women on the street. Meanwhile, they didn't understand what the hell we was doing, right or wrong. Now, guess what? 60 people just ate a hot meal because of them same sisters that they was laughing at us about. Them same sisters we put in long skirts. Them same sisters we taught to stand up and bring their hands together in righteousness. Guess what? Them sisters fed 60 people on the street. And guess what? Your stinking ass church did not. In the middle of the goddamn cold in Killeen, Texas. Big shout out to the I.S.U.P.K. And so who is it? Who's the captain out there? Karab?
Yeah, Yatazak.
Yatazak is the captain over the whole zone. Who's over Killeen, I think is what you asking, right? Officer Karab. Big shout out to Officer Karab as well. Hell of a job. Get ready for General Muhammad. March, I think it's March 11th, but I could be wrong.
The date. 1 second.
Okay, let them know the dates. He'll be in Killeen, Texas. We'll all be down in South Carolina, North Carolina. When we going? February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We'll be in North Carolina, South Carolina. Check the dates, check the flyer. We'll be doing it up in there, closing out the Purim. General Muhammad will be down in Killeen, getting it on in the middle of the cold, holding it down with the brothers and sisters, answering all your questions in the zone. What date is it? You pulling that up just so we can put it on there?
The Killeen is March 4th to March 8th.
March 4th to March 8th.
Thursday is the 4th. I'm sorry.
April.
Sure, I think okay, fine. April. My apologies. April 4th to
April 8th. 4 days. General Muhammad will be in Killeen, getting it on, holding it down, bringing out all the breakdowns, the scriptures, doing it up right. All right. Yeah, we'll work them dates out as we got a little time. All right, Q just put the link in there. Is that it, Morale, on that story? Hell of a job them brothers did out there, man. Hey, pay your tithes. Go to ISUPK.com. Support the truth. 10% of your income belongs to the Lord. That's after taxes. Once they tax you and you get your net check, you take 10% of that check, calculate it, put the paycheck in times 0.10 or however that is, right? 0.10 or 10% if you got a percentage on your calculator. You take that amount, you go to the ISUPK website, you use a credit card or PayPal, support the truth, pay your tithe. Join us for the Lord's Passover, 55th annual Passover, Durham, North Carolina. It's $200 per adult. It's an all-access pass. You get to do everything. Buses free, transportation free, food free, events free, everything. Passover, unleavened bread. General Muhammad will be doing his class that he do every year up there. Me and all the generals will all be up in the building for Feast Unleavened Bread, for the Passover, all the events. You can check it out. The flyers is out. Support us, man. Support us. Because you know we hated by everybody.
Right.
So support us so we can continue to move forward. And also support us so that you can stop supporting all the liars, whether it be fake Israelite groups, whether it be people that worship other gods from other nations, and especially the ones that worship the white Jesus that's on every corner in your neighborhood. Join us. I'll see y'all next time live on the UPK. I want to thank the heavy hitters in the building with us. And big shout out to Yaramayat all the way up from North Carolina coming to visit us, man. Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Mathamia, Officer Ibad in the building, man, holding us down, man. See y'all next time live on the UPK, y'all.
Yeah.
We're in front of the Israeli School, University of Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. Been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you've been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother, Majo. Barak. Yeshabim, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
What, brother? I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.